Welcome to Travel Weekly TV, where we go behind the scenes speaking to the industry's heavyweights. Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, it's a pleasure being here. Thank you for the opportunity.
So tell me a little bit more about you. What are you doing here?
I'm having a really good time. We're open an office. Official opening was yesterday.
Congratulations.
We have a sales team here, res team here, a marketing team, all being headed up by Steve Richards. And we're just looking to grow the business out of Australia and take ownership of the market. Before, we were working as a GSA relationship with APT.
And tell me a little bit more about that. So agents would be very familiar with your products. So selling it through APT, but now you're on your own, you're doing it yourself.
We're on our own, and we've had over 200,000 Aussies travel with us through our relationship with APT. So the agent will know what type of product we deliver. The consumer will know what type of experience they can have with AmaWaterways. And now we just have to have that messaging coming from us directly.
Tell me, what makes Ama so unique? Because it is a crowded market.
When we started this business back in 2002, it was a relationship with my father, Jimmy Murphy, and Rudy Schreiner, who's our president. We were selling other river cruise lines, but sometimes be critical of why they do this or why they do that. And if you want to take ownership, do it yourself.
Absolutely.
So we started with one ship. We have 29 now. And we're delivering a product that the consumer feels offers a great value. We have a loyalty with the travel community, the travel advisor community, because 95% of our business is driven through that relationship. We believe they know how to put the right client on the right river cruise line. And in this crowded market, really depending on them, they're saying, okay, you're an AMA client. You're a younger client. You like activity. You like exceptional culinary experiences. And you want to touch and feel the destination. You don't want to watch it go by. You want to experience it. And that's what AMA is really all about.
And you also want to get off and see the communities and engage with the communities.
Yeah.
Am I right?
We have a saying that oceans bring you to a destination, rivers bring you through the destination where you get to experience it. And you touched upon the local communities. At AMA, we don't freeze anything on our ships. No, ice cream, yes. But so we like the terminology locally source, but because we don't freeze anything, we actually truly have to locally source. So when you're coming into a community and the clients are out doing a walking tour, a biking tour, a culinary experience, our crew are unloading and loading the ship.
Wow.
And so when we're in these communities, we're not just visiting and leaving, we're actually working with them, supplying our vessel, and they just appreciate AMA for that extra step that we're taking. And if you are a chef, I was hoping I was going to have some beautiful pastries here today, Hoda.
Of course, I'm at my desk, I promise.
So fresh ingredients, right? Fresh ingredients. And by not freezing anything, our fish tastes that much better. The produce tastes that much better. The pride that our cooks take in presenting the meals because we're spending that money to do this. When we started this business up, we used to freeze everything and thaw it out as we went down the river. But that's a different culinary experience. Our shore excursions, we really pride ourselves on the shore excursions. And unique, I think, in this business is that AMA includes all of our shore excursions. Whether you're doing a culinary experience in Lyon, that our all-inclusive competitor will charge for that. They'll call it something else. It's not unusual for us to be in a town or a village, a city, and you could choose from maybe 6 different shore excursions. So if you
That's very unique.
It is unique. We have 3 different paced walking tours. So if you're a little frail, you do a slow paced, or if you're a photographer, you might do a slow pace because you want the time to stop and take the pictures. We have the moderate paced shore excursions, and then we have the fast pace. So you're covering more distance. And then we have our hiking and our biking and our culinary. So you can book your wine tasting, and then you wake up in the morning, you're saying, you know what, I really had a little bit too much wine last night, and you can choose to a leisurely pace. We like the client to register so we can get a head count and plan. For example, in Bamberg, we do a pretzel making. We use a local bakery, clients go in and make pretzels, but they only can accommodate 15. Well, let's say we have 20 people pre-registered. We know that we have a secondary bakery that we'll work with. You can go make your pretzels, eat
Fantastic.
them. Yes, I bet you would make an awesome pretzel.
I've never made a pretzel in my life. I'll make a miserable one. So tell me, what is your favorite itinerary?
I'm a salesman, so I usually say what's not selling. But really, I really love the Mekong, Vietnam, and Cambodia. What makes river cruising so popular is that the cities of the world, the great cities of the world, either are on an ocean, harbor, or they're on the banks of a river. And they started off as a village, turned into a town, that turned into a city. So the most historic part of the city are on the banks of the river, because that was a highway of old.
That's right, yeah.
The Mekong is still very much the highway today for commerce up and down through the country, through Vietnam and Cambodia. And you'll see young children piloting small boats with 3 pigs tied up going to market. You'll see timber being hauled up and down, lots of commerce on it. And when you go ashore, because it's still being developed, there's places we will go that will almost tie up to like a tree and put down a walkway to go ashore to go into this village. And the village, because not all the villages have electricity, they go to the market every day. So you're in the market while the villagers are buying their fresh fish, buying their fresh vegetables, and going back into town. And they go about these activities without even being impacted by our travelers experiencing it. It is a really interesting way to see the areas. And places like Phnom Penh or Phnom Penh, the Aussie dollar, you have to go so far there. I always do a little trick with some friends, is we each have $5 and we have to buy all of our clothing that we're going to wear to dinner that night.
Oh,
$5. And the last time I thought I was going to win, but my friend, he bought a hat also. So it's just
the cherry on top.
Yeah, but it's that's where the value is. It's great value there. But if you're thinking of going on the Mekong, it's better to go sooner than later. The Vietnamese dong is one of the least valued currencies in the world. Labor costs are very, very low. So you have big companies from around the world investing in industry for producing, from factories. So it's going from an agrarian society to industrial society, and experiencing the agrarian society is part of the society is really enriching.
That's a great tip.
I mean, you look at the culture there, the flooding of the Nile, right? Flooding of the fields, bringing the nutrients out in the fields, producing rice and wheat. It allowed the development of the Egyptian culture. The same thing with the flooding of Tonle Sap Lake. Tonle Sap Lake is the main supplier of protein in Southeast Asia. It's this huge lake, and at a certain time of year, the Mekong River reverses flow, goes back up Tonle River and goes into Tonle Sap Lake and floods all those plains. So all the fish go out into the rice paddies and eat, and then they reproduce. That produces all that protein, and then it recedes and they can harvest the rice.
Where can the travel agents go and find out more? Who should they contact?
Well, our website, AmaWaterways.com. We have a travel agent portal on there. I highly recommend the travel agency and travel advisors register on the portal. If they need any help, they can call our office in Sydney.
Yes.
Because, again, we market through the trade. All the specials, all the offers, the training programs, the booking engine is all password protected. We create a password for the travel advisor. You will never find a price in the market from Ama better than what the travel advisor has to offer.
That's fantastic.
So when you're a travel advisor, especially they'll say, gosh, I saw someone else advertising this. How can I get that price? Go on the TA portal so you can see the offers there that then you could promote to the marketplace. We'll produce flyers for them. There's a media portion there that they can download pictures. And we've worked a really long time on this. So I hope the Aussies sign on.
Sleek.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for joining me
Thank
on
you.
the couch, and thank you for watching Travel Weekly TV.